Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Local hip-hop artist Daily recently released a new music video called Silence, dedicated to the Canadian Hearing Society to raise awareness about growing up with hearing and speech impairments. He's been touring the country since the release of his latest album, In My Corner, in September, sharing his music and his story. Daily joins us this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate being able to come out and tell people kind of my story and the story of kind of growing up with speech and hearing impairment.
Let's start there. You were born deaf.
I was.
Had multiple surgeries and then began sort of the learning to hear and comprehend and interpret and speak process.
Yeah, it all started off with having implants that released the actual fluids in my ears that allowed me to hear. From there, it was years of speech therapy because it's growing up with a stunted speech growth because it was until about age 3 before I could actually speak. So that's a lot of catching up to do, and it puts you behind, so it's always a running, trying to keep pace with everybody else, and it's one of those things where it's kind of hard to explain without going through, but there's a lot of people who do live with it and are trying to deal with it every day, so that's one of the reasons why I try to get my story out.
And I mean, battling dyslexia as well when you were in school,
Yeah.
It seems being a hip-hop artist, words and rhymes and really, you know, you're conveying a lot through your words. Why music and why hip-hop? How did you find that outlet?
Well, for me, I was always the quiet, shy kid in the back of the class, if you can believe that or not. I know it's a big change from here, but I was always the quiet, shy kid in the back, and one of the biggest things for me was always music. I always had my headphones on. I always was trying to use it as a coping mechanism so people would stay away from me. And I guess it was that relationship with music being the only thing that was really there for me for a long time, the only thing that really spoke to me for a long time, that, I don't know, it just opened up windows and it showed me something that I wanted to pursue, and because it helped me so much, I wanted to help others, and I've thought that was the best path for me to go down, to be able to speak to people who are maybe dealing with this or dealing with their own problems, no matter what it is.
Sometimes music's a great venue to do that, and this music video that you dedicated to the Canadian Hearing Society, maybe talk a little bit about the idea behind it, standing there with those words on those pages.
Well, I wanted to keep it a little bit simple, and I want people to be able to kind of see, like, if you turn off the sound or you mute that, that's exactly what everyone is going through. But by being able to stand there and just kind of go through the words, it's kind of my way of being able to interpret both the seeing and the hearing and being able to actually take that music. But if you mute that, that really speaks to you, because that is the real silence.
And a great message too, that you can, whatever you're battling, whatever you are going through, you can overcome it, and a great inspiration to be able to see you on stage now, not in the corner anymore. Pick up his album, In My Corner, and you can actually see Daily performing live on December 5th here in Winnipeg at XQ's on Portage Avenue. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Taking a break on BT. Stay with us.